On November 13, 1999, Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield engaged in the last undisputed heavyweight championship match nearly 25 years ago. Now, another former undisputed cruiserweight champion steps up against the biggest heavyweight champion of his day. On February 17th at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, unified WBA, IBF, and WBO heavyweight champ Oleksander Usyk takes on WBC and lineal champion Tyson Fury in the long-awaited, undisputed heavyweight championship matchup. Here we discuss each fighter's journey to this mega fight, how their styles match up, their current form, a historical fight comparison, the tale of the tape, and betting odds in their monumental moment in heavyweight history. Starting with unified multi-divisional champ Usyk, he combines a supreme southpaw skill set with the best footwork the heavyweight division has seen in years. Seen as a heavyweight version of his stablemate Vasyl Lomachenko, the cruiserweight version of Usyk began his dominant run by unifying all four belts, defeating Krzysztof Glowacki, Mariusz Bridis, and Murat Gassiev prior to his most noteworthy knockout south of heavyweight versus the well-known Tony Bellew. After a nice build-up and promotion by both Bellew and Usyk, the fight turned out to be a one-sided domination capped off by a spectacular 8th-round knockout, propelling Usyk to his next challenge, the heavyweight division. With Chaz Witherspoon first up, Usyk once again displayed his trademark angles and footwork en route to a 7th-round stoppage. It had appeared he'd lost none of his speed at the higher weight heading into his first true heavyweight test against the war-tested Derek Chisora. After a slow start, Usyk used his superior footwork and stamina to wear down his opponent and win a unanimous decision victory with scores of 117-112 and two scores of 115-113, earning him the shot he'd been waiting for, a huge title matchup versus superstar Anthony Joshua. Unified heavyweight champion Joshua, for whom Usyk was the WBO mandatory challenger, had been in negotiations to fight undefeated WBC and Ring Magazine champion Tyson Fury. However, when it appeared that Fury would instead be forced to face former WBC champion Deontay Wilder in a trilogy bout due to an arbitration ruling, an official announcement was made confirming that the fight between Usyk and Joshua would be taking place on September 25th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Although many fans and pundits doubted Usyk would have the size or power to trouble Joshua, Usyk produced an upset, outboxing the champion and rocking him several times over 12 rounds to claim a unanimous decision victory, with scores of 117-112, 116-112 and 115-113, retaining his undefeated record and in the eyes of many becoming the #1 heavyweight in the world, particularly in light of the inactivity and seemingly constant non-commitment by Fury to consistently staying active against top-level opposition, if at all. Meanwhile for Fury, momentum has slowed after his thrilling trilogy with Deontay Wilder, following up with his 2022 knockout of Dillian Whyte and a 10th-round stoppage victory over Derek Chisora for a third time. With pressure mounting to face Usyk for undisputed, Fury instead elected to face Francis Ngannou in the MMA star's first boxing match. In a non-title bout, Fury entered as a 14-1 favorite but suffered a third-round knockdown via left hook by Ngannou. After Usyk also showed some vulnerability over what now looks to be an improved Daniel Dubois, the fight for undisputed was finally signed, sealed, and delivered for February 17th in the new hotspot for big fights, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Stylistically, we've seen the typical orthodox versus southpaw matchup all too often. But as we know, neither Usyk nor Fury represent the typical orthodox or southpaw fighter. Both display versatility and an ability to vary their styles depending on who's in front of them. While neither can say they've faced someone anywhere near what they'll see February 17th, in the case of Fury, his most recent battle against a southpaw came in his 2019 scare against the then largely unknown Otto Wallin. While Wallin boasts a 3-inch height advantage over Usyk and shares the southpaw stance, this closest blueprint is anything but, as Usyk's superior footwork and boxing IQ provides Fury with a much more dangerous opponent. Wallin elected to begin on the front foot, pressuring Fury en route to a cut over Fury's right eye in what still stands as one of his toughest fights to date. Meanwhile, while there are no other 6'9" heavyweights out there who can move like Fury, Usyk has experienced boxing giants like the 6'5" Joe Joyce and reportedly getting the best of the likes of consummate outboxer and former champ Vladimir Klitschko in sparring years ago. How this translates to success against the even bigger Fury is up for debate, but he definitely has the experience to adapt to whatever Fury brings come fight night, as does Fury. Overall, stylistically look for Fury to start the fight on the outside while trying to control distance with his jab, while Usyk utilizes his trademark herky-jerky in-and-out style that relies on rhythm and out-timing his opponent while landing straight lefts and sneaky, counter right hooks in the process. If he somehow nullifies Fury's still formidable jab, there's a possibility Fury will then attempt to outmuscle Usyk on the inside in an effort to wear down the smaller fighter. With Usyk having just turned 37 while Fury is 35, the older, smaller fighter has managed to maintain his speed and agility due to a Spartan-like lifestyle and innovative training methods. Judging by their last fights, Usyk still appeared dominant, stopping Dubois, while Fury appeared overweight and lackluster against Ngannou, climbing off the canvas to scrape together a split decision over a tougher-than-expected novice foe. Despite this, expect Fury to be in top form as he knows the task ahead of him against his pound-for-pound level foil. With his slight youth advantage combined with his ability to diversify his game plan mid-fight, this category may not come into play as much as expected. Although it may not seem accurate due to the southpaw stance of Usyk, our fight comparison comes in the 1985 clash between another long-reigning heavyweight champion and an awkward upstart from one division south. It's been nearly 40 years since Larry Holmes defended his IBF heavyweight title against Michael Spinks in what was expected to be Holmes' record-tying 49th victory. Holmes was renowned for his technical brilliance, particularly behind his dominant left jab and ability to dig down to do whatever it took to defend his crown. Spinks was known for his speed and awkwardness behind a herky-jerky, improvisational style that ended up giving Holmes fits on the way to an upset victory by the smaller Spinks. The tale of the tape favors Fury in every conceivable category, including of course height, reach, and youth. On paper it almost seems impossible for a 6'3" non-power puncher to defeat a 6'9" champion who can move exceptionally for his size. But Usyk's advantage will lie in his agility and timing, something that can't be measured tangibly. But overall, the edge here still must go to Fury as his natural advantages can't be ignored. Betting odds for the fight slightly favor Fury at -140, while a slight profit can be made on Usyk as a +110 underdog. More than likely, the line will get to even money come fight night, with bettors jumping on the opportunity that comes with such a skilled underdog as Usyk. Finally, the most significant event boxing has historically had to offer, which is the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship, is upon us. February 17th, live on ESPN Plus and TNT Sports Box Office, the matter of who the best heavyweight in the world will finally be settled, and the prediction here calls for an upset split decision by Usyk, in a back-and-forth affair that sees the smaller man, much like Michael Spinks years ago, out-hustle the bigger, long-reigning champion. What are your thoughts? Please leave your predictions below, and if you like this video please like, share, and subscribe as Undisputed is finally here.